8-pin count. And here's Sliker, 5'10", 150 pounds, 30 years old, from Washington, New Jersey. First frame for both pros, a little bit different. 4, 6, 7, 9, 10.
It's tough to hit the head pin, only get 5 pins, but he goes wide open. And actually, this is a little easier split to make than the one that Steve Martin just left. You can slide that 6-pin over and let it bounce between the 4, 7.
Okay, an open frame and 8 pins, and we asked Gil a little earlier why he's won a regional tournament but never a national.
Well, I won regional titles, and they're only 2-day tournaments, and I have a lot more confidence. I need the extra confidence to compete with the changing conditions from day to day out on the national tour.
The regionals, the mini tour, Gil in the Eastern region.
All but the 10 for the slender pro.
And the regional tour, Chris, there's many of them around the country. There's 6 major regions in the PBA. And they have weekend tournaments for the players that want to be pros and still hold down regular jobs. It definitely helps the tour players. Crystal Sliker.
Neat little lady. Gil Sliker, proud of his Steve Nagy Sportsmanship Award in 1978. But today his opponent is Steve Martin. 1 victory, 8-pin count in the first frame, now shooting in the second.
The crowd oohs and ahs, a solid 8. That's where the ball chops the 5-pin straight off the 8-pin. And a power player like Martin, watch this shot, very unusual. The ball hits the 1-3, the ball hits the 5 and the 9 as usual, but the ball is so powerful. Look at the difference between those balls and a regular person. See that ball went straight off behind the 5-pin. An amateur's ball usually go off behind the 9.
So it's a spare in the second frame in an all-even match here at the Garden City Bowl, where we've been on Long Island for 16 years.
You can see a steady Steve Martin. Bowls well every year. Has one of the really good television records this year. He's won 6 matches and only lost 1, and that was a title match by 1 pin last week.
A lot of speed and a strike in the third. The winner of this match will meet Wayne Webb, last week's winner, and then Earl Anthony, the tournament leader. And on 8 of our 14 telecasts, has bowled in only 12 weeks, so he's 8 of 12. That'll loosen Gil up now from Washington, New Jersey. A strike in the third, and here's a replay.
Classic style of Gil Sliker. 5-step delivery, good solid push away, good arm swing. Everything about shoulder level. Watch a good knee bend, the long reach extension through the shot. Definitely one of the most consistent players ever come on the tour.
Let's see if the Western New Jersey professional can double. Yes, he did. On the Brooklyn side. So it's a 10-pin lead as we're going to take a break to return with more live action from Garden City, Long Island.
Head and Shoulders doesn't have it. Selsun Blue doesn't have it. Only Denerex has it. An extra relief medicine to stop dandruff itch. You can feel it tingle.
All 3 have one medicine for dandruff itch, but only Denerex adds a second medicine, an exclusive anti-itch medicine many dermatologists recommend.
You can feel it tingle. That's extra relief medicine, and only Denerex has it.
In regular or New Mountain Fresh Herbal, Denerex stops dandruff itch with an extra relief medicine.
Come on, people, one and all, everyone can use a little Armor All. Protecting, beautifying, most of all, it's satisfying. Armor All. Once it's sprayed, gets down inside you, help things last when it's applied. Come on, people, one and all, everyone can use a little Armor All. Protecting, beautifying, most of all, it's satisfying. Armor All. Armor All.
It's been an amazing journey, these 20 years of ABC's Wide World of Sports. We've traveled the globe of human endeavor and emotion, discovering the endless variety of hopes and dreams, of triumphs and defeats, of personalities and personal moments that make up sport. Together, we've discovered the wide world of sports. Join us for A Show to Remember, our 20th anniversary special, Saturday night, April 25th on ABC, celebrating the tradition of excellence, ABC's Wide World of Sports.
So April 25th is a date to remember. ABC's Wide World of Sports 20th anniversary special. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Taking a look back at memorable moments. All right, Steve Martin. Can even it up. Does just that with that, power. So I'll leave it after 4 frames here at the Garden City Bowl.
That sports special on the 25th, Chris, actually follows our Firestone Tournament of Champions, and one of the players out there right now, Gil Sliker, is not eligible for the Firestone yet. Only 1 week remaining after this week.
And like always, everything follows the Professional Bowlers Tour and has for 20 years.
A nice lead in.
All right, leaving the 7. Getting rid of the 5-7 split. Let's look at Steve's reaction to the previous stroke.
He gets the wall shot here, the head pin going to the sideboard and carrying out a little cha-cha-cha. Is that the way they do it down in Tennessee?
It's called a Tennessee Twister.
Cross lane for the 7-pin, routine spare.
All right, great consistency after an open frame, spare, double, spare. And next here on ABC, that show we were talking about in its 20th year, Men's World Cup individual gymnastics, plus the ice skating, and you've got to watch Elaine Zayak and Scott Hamilton. Oh, a 3-bagger. First appearance on the Pro Bowlers Tour telecast so far this year.
An aggressive Gil Sliker. He said his wife there, Crystal, has just been pushing him harder and harder. He's such an easy, nice-going guy, as all the players know, and she says he has to be more aggressive on the lanes. So far this week, he looks much better.
And he said, how do you say no to her? You can't.
Leads by 11, can extend to 21 with another strike.
Look at that. Look at a 4-bagger for 40-year-old Gil Sliker. Has done a lot of his bowling at the Paramus Bowl.
Watch the 6-pin on the right-hand side of your screen. The second to the end, knock out the 10. This is a key shot. Goes right to the sideboard and clips that 10 down low. Little clipping shot. Has given him a 21-pin lead.
Martin won the first match, 234 to Randy Lightfoot's 211. Sweeping to 97-5, a strike in the 6th as we look at the footwork.
Powerful Steve Martin slides so close to the foul line. This takes a lot of practice to get that close to the foul line. Right down there within an inch of the foul line every single time. And notice that finishing position and great extension through the ball. But the thing that's made him so much better in the last couple of years is he throws a powerful ball, but he doesn't hook it as much. He rolls it much straighter with a lot of revolutions.
There's the great competitor that Steve happens to be. A double has cut the lead now to 11 pins. What a match, our second. More of it coming up live after this.
I get all kinds in here. Some like it straight, some with a twist, but they all want the best disposable razor. If they like it straight, it's Gillette's Good News razor, the Twin Blade Classic. If they like it with a twist, it's Gillette's Swivel razor, twin blades plus a moving head that hugs your face. Both shave better than any single blade disposable.
Good news or swivel. Gillette puts 2 great shaves at your disposal.
So what'll it be, straight or with a twist?
Introducing Right Guard Antiperspirant Solid. A man needs all the protection he can get. So Right Guard Solid gives him a new male effectiveness formula with solid wetness protection and 24 solid hours of odor protection. New Right Guard Solid. The first solid protection for a man from Right Guard.
Tomorrow on The American Sportsman, Gonzo, Greg Harrison, surfs the giant waves in Java. Peter Benchley and the mysterious Hammerhead Sharks and the U.S. hockey team members go tuna fishing.
Then a fight you won't want to miss. Sean O'Grady, a WBC lightweight champ. Jim Watt in trouble last year. Controversial butt in the 10th caused the ref to stop the fight. O'Grady goes for the WBA lightweight crown against unbeaten Hill McKenty tomorrow on ABC's Wide World of Sport.
What a day tomorrow here on ABC. American Sportsman, Peter Benchley, Gregory Harrison, and on Wide World of Sports Sunday edition, World Lightweight Championship WBA Hill McKenty of Detroit, Sean O'Grady of Oklahoma. And that should be a tremendous match, Bo. Hope you watch it.
Chris, I think O'Grady is going to give Kenty his first loss of his career.
This match will meet Wayne Webb, tough as they come.
What a talent this young man has. And you watch Gil Sliker here. He leads by 21. He's bowling a great match game this time. Before, why I think he never won before was that he would never get aggressive and put more power on the ball. Right now he has a chance to really put the match well in hand. He has a 5-bagger working, could extend his lead to 31.
Look at that, count them. 6 in a row and a 31-pin lead. Who is wearing maroon and black when he likes to wear green. Green and blue of Steve Martin. And where do you see the green of Wayne Webb? Double working, 8th frame. All but the 7th.
Martin's wife has to be a little worried right now. Steve, in a crucial situation there, has dropped 32 pins behind. 8th frame.
From Kingsport, Tennessee, about 10 miles from Bristol. Great largemouth bass fishing. Spare in the 8th frame, 146 through 7. This is our second match. Martin won the first. If you just joined us, over Randy Lightfoot, 234 to 211. Here he trails by 32.
Martin, if he strikes out, would finish with 226. Gil Sliker going at a 238 pace. So the match is not over yet. But Martin must get striking right here.
A 4.
Steve Martin, who we said has 6 wins and 1 loss, is definitely in trouble here. Watch the 2-pin, the 3rd pin on the left side of your screen. Go to the sideboard. Now, when you trip the 4-7 out, that's the one that gives you the strike. But there, the 2-pin did not get to the 4-pin, and he left an easy spare.
Now, fall sucker.
There you heard his microphone. Talk to him, Steve. Last year's.
Well, if you hit it with a ball, they usually go over.
That was the United States Open champion of last year talking, and here's the leader by 33. 6-bagger, now the 9th frame, 2nd game. Oh, no, he says, a 4-6.
He opened the door back up for Steve Martin, cuts right through the middle. Very similar to what he did in the first frame. The right-hand lane, he went high, cuts right through the 4-6 split. Drops him down in the 220 category now. He must mark in the 10th to win this match. Sliker now, as he comes up in the 10th frame, needs a spare to win the match. He looks to the scoreboard on his left, needs a spare to win the match. He's giving himself a little tester by getting that open frame in the 9th. Steve Martin just squeezing on the rosin back. Very warm in here today. Could be a factor. Keep those hands from perspiring.
Really cool.
Well, he's not eligible for the Firestone, but with 2 more wins, he's put away Steve Martin with that strike. With 2 more wins, he would be eligible for the Firestone Tournament Champions.
a man that loves water skiing and tennis. Closing strong as he had put together 6 in a row. He'll be in the 230s, leading by 29. Of course, has won the match. And now we'll go against Wayne Webb, as tough as they come. This is the Pro Boulders Tour from Long Island. Stay tuned.
Hey there, Tex. What in the blazes is that thing?
This is one of them new small models.
Ride good?
Good, rides great. Got me some Monroe-matic shocks. Little big shocks from Monroe.
Little big shocks?
Yep, best ride I ever had.
Of course, them's Monroe's.
Darn tootin' Monroe little big shocks. Even fits imports.
Yeah, imports. What's imports?
Small car, America rides Monroe.
Hey, where's my kid?
Celotex salutes the builders of America for using 400 million Sol Seal roofing shingles last year. Celotex salutes the architects of America for using 30 million dimensional shake asphalt shingles. Celotex salutes the roofers of America for using new Celotex glass fiber shingles in untold numbers. Because without their dedication and Celotex, America would be very wet.
Here they come, and we're out of road.
But not out of luck.
Yes, we still have our Granada.
And our racking canoe steering.
Deep seats.
Steel-belted radials.
Tuned suspension.
Our McPherson struts.
With a ride like Granada, McPherson's got something to strut about.
Seems the loudest noise in this car is him.
Granada, built with a commitment to quality from the world of Ford.
And now 2 games have been completed in the Long Island Open. Live coverage. Martin winning the first over Lightfoot, 234 to 211. Martin with 6 strikes. Martin losing to Gil Sliker, looking for his first win with 9 strikes. Bowled to 234 to Martin's 191, and Sliker now will meet Webb. While we're waiting for the bowlers to complete their practice, let's pause for a moment to look at some musical highlights of the 1981 Pro Bowlers Tour. Musical highlights of our tour. We're in our 14th week with 2 to go on the winter tour and then 5 more in the spring. Wayne Webb, Nelson, he's in all green, including the bowling ball now. He's our semifinalist, and he'll go against Gil Sliker. And the young man built close to the ground at 5'5" and 145 pounds, 23 years old. A strike.
He's playing a line we haven't seen a while on the Pro Bowlers Tour, the deep inside shot that Don Johnson made so famous in the early 70s. Today, Wayne Webb between the 3rd and 4th arrows to hold that big hook back.
234 last game. All right, big strike for Gil Sliker here in the semifinal game. The winner of this match will meet Earl Anthony for the title.
You hear that pop of Gil Sliker's ball. That's actually his ring finger. He jams it in so tightly in the hole that it creates a vacuum. There's no air around it. And when he releases the ball and his finger comes flying out, it pops from the suction.
Watch the youngsters in America try to make that happen next time they go bowling, Bo.
Well, you get sore fingers when you use the holes that tight, but he's going for a big check. He won't mind it.
Oh, he has a double. Semifinal match. Wayne Webb, originally from Rehoboth, Massachusetts, now bowling out of Tucson, trying to win back-to-back PBA titles for the second time in his career. In '79, in the summer tour, he captured the Waukegan and Buffalo Open titles in successive weeks. Okay, look at that look.
A bit disconsolate on that shot. He almost left the swishing 7-10, but you remember last week, he started the championship match with a swishing 7-10, and today he got a little better break. He knocked out the 10.
All right, it's a strike and a spare for Webb. Earlier, we asked Wayne what last week's victory meant to him.
For you. Last week's victory really built up my confidence. It loosened me up a little, and now I got a shot and I'm back in the running for Bowler of the Year.
And he wants that plus being Bowler of the Decade. Seven pin. Nobody stares the standing pin longer than Wayne.
Wayne Webb back-to-back switch. There's his father, George, who's an excellent bowler, and his mother, Wilma, is a 165 average bowler also. But Wayne Webb, back-to-back swishing sevens. That deep inside line doesn't give him quite the carry that the outside line does.
Ooh. Strike and two spares for Webb.
Gil Sliker seems to be rolling the ideal shot for today's conditions. He's rolling the ball between the second and third arrow with a moderate hook.
It's a real challenge for Sliker. Bowling last year's Bowler of the Year. Leaving a 10.
Sliker bowling just so well, keeping the ball in play in the tracker Warren area on the right side. Leaves a weak 10, just didn't get all the lift.
Gil's highest career PBA finish, third in both the Waukegan Open and the Brunswick Regional Champions Classic. It was last year. Meantime, practicing occasionally is a great left-hander. Bowling's all-time great, Earl Anthony, as Sliker now with a 10-pin lead in our next-to-last game live from the Garden City Bowl.
Very warm in the building. Wayne Webb keeping the perspiration off his hands with a little rosin.
Yes, a fourth frame strike for Sliker, who eliminated Steve Martin 234 to 191 as he goes against Wayne Webb. More of this match will continue following this.
Lots of families worry about money, but not us, because we're not alone.
We belong to a credit union, and we use it.
My paycheck goes straight in. It's like keeping the money in the family, because the members own the credit union.
And credit unions aren't out to make a profit.
That's why I got a low rate on my car loan.
That's why I get high interest on my savings.
We're a strong family, and we're part of one that's even stronger. America's Credit Unions. A family 44 million strong.
America has become overly dependent on foreign oil. Suppose that foreign oil was cut back. To help control our energy future, we need to find and develop more oil, gas, other energy sources here in America. And we need to use less. If you'd like more information, it's available in the Energy Independence book, free from Shell. Shell believes there is an answer to our energy problems. It's to find more and use less.
Hi, I'm Earl Anthony. Join me in 2 weeks for the season finale of the Pro Bowlers Tour, the $150,000 Firestone Tournament of Champions. That's April 25th, Saturday, live at 3:30 p.m. on ABC.
That was an invite from Earl Anthony. Sincere indeed. The man that's today will meet the winner of this match as Earl tries for his fourth victory of the year, and if he could do it, he'd go over $100,000 earned, and it's only April. Now Webb, who needs to strike, shooting in the fourth frame. There you are. Started with a big strike, now another one in the fourth as we go to Bo Burton.
And with me, Earl Anthony, the tournament leader. And the amazing thing about Earl Anthony is his consistency. Over the years, he's won in every bowling center. But here, he has a chance to win 4 times. Earl, what makes it so easy for you to win at Garden City?
Boy, it's a good question. The lanes have been different every year I've won here. I've used different equipment. I think it's the pair. I think 21 and 22 has been very good to me over the years. I think somebody mentioned I've averaged somewhere like 237 or 238 in that pair. I hope that's enough to win today. Maybe I can do it again.
He thinks he can do it with a 238 game or better, Chris.
Okay, and a high hit for Wayne Webb on the left lane of this championship pair, leaving the 6-10. And quickly gets his strike ball, which is black, cross lane for the 2 pins. And blew it. So it's a crucial open frame. Coming in frame number 5 as we replay it.
Wayne Webb, who straightened his ball out to hopefully help him make some more spares, but he just slides right by the 6-10 on that shot.
Just seemed to have lost his concentration, Bo. He did stroke very quickly. Gil gets a break, and you need a few of those to win. A double, a spare, and now another double, and a 32-pin lead. Watch this again.
Now watch the 2-pin go to the sideboard, then something comes from the right side. Here you go, the 3rd pin on your left. Will go to the sideboard, takes out the 4-7. And look at this pin action from the other side. And a great time to get it. 32-pin lead by Gil Sliker, 6th frame.
Jumping on opportunity. Like there, now that's a 3-bagger for this 30-year-old bowler from Washington, New Jersey. He had 9 strikes in his win over Steve Martin, and this is his wife, Crystal.
Sliker, when he gets that ball out over the foul line, is awesome. Wayne Webb, with his back to the wall, has to throw some of those patented strikes.
Six pin.
Short and powerful Wayne Webb, the bowler of the year, 5-step delivery. Doesn't use much of the approach, but he's in really ideal position for that power shot. Looks straight through the ball with a tremendous wrist action and momentum.
Spare after an open. The spare coming in the 6th frame. 42 pins.
I haven't seen Wayne Webb have to play this deep inside, or Chris, towards the center of the lane. Usually the big hook ball players can find a shot somewhere outside, but Wayne Webb cannot find an outside shot. He practiced earlier trying to play outside around the first arrow, couldn't find it, has been forced to play almost down the center, a tough angle.
Strike in the 7th for Wayne Webb, last week's winner.
42-game format, and here's some of the other cashers in the top 24. Craig Muller right up there again. Jay Robinson, who lost the last game just to get knocked out. Art Trask, consistent as usual. President George Pappas, Bill Spigner right up there. Tommy Baker, consistent, and lefty Jimmy Polis.
Righty Gil Sliker. Oh, a high hit.
More of the top 24 we have coming up. Remember, there's 48 cashers. Dave Frame, consistent. Al Stoneham right up there again. Joe Berardi was up there, and he kind of followed at the end. Steve Westberg, who's made our top 24 a number of times this year. Larry Lobb, consistent. David Capel from Chicago. Powerful Frank Ellenberg. Eddie Ressler coming out of a slump.
Thus far this year, a 3rd place finisher after 42 or more games has finished at the top 3 times. This is where Sliker finished, and now in the semifinal pivotal game, leading by 41 over Wayne Webb.
Gil said the one problem he's had in championship rounds is throwing hard and slow, varying his speeds. Today, he's kept firm and solid all the way through.
3-6-10, satisfied. Could have been worse.
The first errant shot by Gil Sliker, very accurate player, pulls the ball, cuts right through the middle, leaves a 3-6-10, avoids the split. One of the toughest spares for the pro bowlers, starting from the extreme left side, cross lane.
Okay. Maybe his day. He's going against Wayne Webb. The winner of this match will meet Earl Anthony, who continues to warm up to our right.
Webb through 7 frames, trails by 38, is in a almost must situation. He has a strike up, can cut the lead to 28. here's what makes Wayne Webb so good. Watch this arm swing. Comes back, he aligns it with his target. See, he's going to belly the ball then so close to his body. Look at, you can't even hardly slip anything between her, just barely by his foot, and about a 2-foot loft out on the lane. Just ideal. That is what has made him the player of the year.
Is only 18 pins. There is George Webb of Rehoboth.
Webb just what we call tilts the 5 out. The ball just barely nicks it just enough to get a strike. Very much like the great Don Carter did in his heyday. All you have to do is touch him to knock him over.
Loser of this match will get $5,500. Randy Lightfoot earned 4, Steve Martin 4,500. A 5.
Gil Sliker just kept that ball in play. A good arm swing, but did not get the lift out over the line that we've seen. He knows he doesn't have the power on the ball. He's hoping for a little better fate, but he leaves a solid 5. Definitely an easy spare right down the middle. If he converts this, he'll be going at a 2:24 pace. Wayne Webb still has a possible 2:27.
$17 pins, Sliker leading. If you just joined us in the first match, Steve Martin beat Randy Lightfoot 234-211. Then Sliker eliminated Steve Martin 234-191.
Chris with a double here, striking the 10th and 11th. Sliker could shut out Webb. If he doesn't double, Webb can determine his own fate in the 10th frame.
Four, 7, 10.
Sliker just loses the ball at the bottom of his swing and does not get the speed that he said he wanted to keep all day, and the ball cuts sharply through the pins. 4, 7, 10 has opened the door wide open for Wayne Webb. Definitely a difficult spare.
The odds for the professionals, 14-1.
Gil checking the scoreboard. He might as well go for it. The count is no factor.
A 2-10, and now only a 3-pin lead at this point. Webb trailed by 42 at 1 point of this semifinal match.
Down to this decision, he must throw a strike on this ball to bowl Earl Anthony for the title. If he does not strike, he cannot win. A must situation, 1 strike. He cannot win the match, Chris. He needed a strike on that ball. The best he can do is 205. The ball just sliding by. A little too much speed. Leaves a 2-5 spare, but it's all over for Wayne Webb. It's going to be Gil Sliker and Earl Anthony in the championship match.
A righty against a lefty, and last week's winner, last year's bowler of the year, Wayne Webb, has been defeated by Gil Sliker, who now has won 2 matches and will go against the legend Earl Anthony. And we're going to take a break here at the Garden City Bowl. And our live coverage will continue of the Long Island Open after this.
Give your broken bracelets and beer steins to Elmer's Wonderbond Plus.
Give us a break. Give us a break. Give us a break.
Give your broken hat racks and handbags to new Wonderbond Plus for wood and leather.
Give us a break. Give us a break. Give us a break.
Give Elmer's almost any break. Our unique package puts super strong glue right where you want it. So stick with a name you can trust. Elmer's.
Give us a break.
Working late again, Mr. Peabody?
Afraid so, Rose.
You were the genius who designed the Firestone 721 tire.
That's my problem. They want me to top it.
Top it? But isn't the 721 what they call a winner?
Oh, sure. It's got 7 around 2 wrapped by 1. There's 24 million on the road, you know.
And you're gonna top that, Mr. Black?
Well,
The Firestone 721. It's one tough tire to top.
Sunday, Chris Christopherson takes on the Smokies because nothing's going to stop the convoy.
Diamonds Daisy sale is on now with 20 to 50% savings on name brands in every department. But hurry, Diamonds Daisy sale ends April 18th.
When we make our shortcake at the Showboat, we use only the finest ingredients, and we bake it up moist and light. Next, we pick the very best berries. Big, plump, juicy strawberries. Red, ripe, and oh, so good. Then we top it all off with mountains of thick, rich whipped cream and serve it when it's just right. Because at the Showboat, there are no shortcuts with our shortcake.
ABC News round the clock with Good Morning America, ABC's World News Tonight, 2020, and Nightline. ABC News out in force every day, whenever and wherever news happens, to bring you the innovative coverage that makes us unique. Most watch round the clock for news. Watch ABC News.
KTNV TV, Las Vegas.
So here at the Garden City Bowl, Gil Sliker has now won 2 matches. He eliminated last year's Bowler of the Year, Wayne Webb, 210 to 204. So it's going to be the East Coast versus the West Coast here on Long Island. Okay, behind me, Earl Anthony continues to practice, and that's what all of you should do. And to help you along on our Rolaids bowling tip of the week, it's Nelson Burton Jr. on how to practice. Here it is.
The Pro Bowlers Tour Tip of the Week is brought to you by Rolaids.
If you want to improve in any endeavor, especially bowling, you must practice. But most players don't know exactly how or what to practice. I recommend getting a regular instructor and practicing at least 10 games a week besides your league play. Today we're going to give you a routine that will definitely improve your bowling scores. Players should just not go out and throw the first shot as hard as they can, whether it be before league or even in open play. Warm up slowly, taking 8 to 10 shots to build up a nice smooth rhythm. Next, vary what you practice. First, your speed control. Bowl some shots fast and others rather slow. Practice a few shots in each strike zone. The first arrow, the second arrow, and the third arrow. And finally, the most common mistake that amateurs make is a lack of concentration. Remember, you have to keep your eyes on the target from the time you start your approach until the ball is well down the lane. As you can see, if you maximize your practice time, you will get the desired results.
The New York Stock Exchange. When people here get acid indigestion, and you know they do, they can't just stop. No wonder so many people take Rolaids, the tablet that gives millions 100% relief. Like a sponge, Rolaids antacid medicine consumes 100% of the acid required to give millions 100% relief. With Rolaids, you can keep going. Rolaids. Rolaids spells 100% relief.
So practice. And now here's a final match for the Long Island Open Championship. Earl Anthony of Washington and Gil Sliker from New Jersey. Capacity crowd here at the Garden City Bowl. 16th year we've come here, and Long Island fans are rabid. They're vocal. And now from Washington, New Jersey, after 2 victories. First shot against Earl Anthony.
Gil Sliker not eligible for the Firestone Tournament of Champions, which is only 2 weeks away. He would knock out Kyle Shedd, who is the 52nd man sitting on the bubble in the field. But he's got to get to buy bowling's all-time money winner, Earl Anthony.
Bowled 12 weeks. He's been on the telecast 8 times. Earl avoided a split, but left the 6-10.
Earl, as he said, bowls so well on this championship here. He has a 238 average on this pair over the years, but if he has any problem at all, it's always been on the right-hand lane. Last year, he needed a mark to defeat Mark Roth, and he went right through the nose like that last shot, but got a strike.
All right, the man, if he can win this one game, would go over $100,000 earned bowling. Earl Anthony. shooting for his 3rd straight Long Island Open championship.
Last year he bowled a 268 game in the championship round to defeat Mark Roth, 268-242. Wife Susie Anthony in her familiar seat, almost there every Saturday, watching her husband out there working.
There it is, the man that this year has been a winner 3 times, 2nd twice, and 3rd twice.
Methodical Earl Anthony has a methodical carrying ball, just everything so nice and neat, all 10 pins right in the pit.
Well, the 2, 4, 5, and the 7 and 8.
Gil just not getting the lift on the ball. He rolled it to the foul line, shoots the half, the 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Definitely one of the toughest spares in the game of bowling. Have to shoot right in that cluster, worry about chopping the 5 or also leaving the 8 pin or even the 7. Tough spare.
Well, he's on today. Sliker eliminating Martin, 234-191, and then defeating Wayne Webb, 210-204.
Gil, who's really been coming on since the Kansas City Open, credits Larry Lichstein, who is the service manager out here on the tour for the paddock, of drilling his thumb hole a different way, but he seems to be having a little trouble in it right now. He's hanging in some, dropping others.
Second strike in 3 frames. Man that has never won a national PBA title in 11 years on tour, and now Earl Anthony, who has won 35 titles, has been 2nd 35 times.
Closing in on Elvin Metzger, an all-time 300 games. Earl with 22, Elvin Metzger, an amateur from Missouri, with 28. The
split screen showing you that he left the 4-pin.
Earl had trouble with the right-hand lane in practice, had trouble with it last year despite winning the tournament, and has had trouble the first 2 frames so far this year. If he spares here, it'll be all even through 3.
Okay, before this competition got underway here in Long Island today, we asked Earl about his future.
In the future for me, I think, is to become the first player to earn $1 million stone a bowling ball. I have a couple other goals: to win the U.S. Open, of course, which I've never won, but number 1 besides that is to be the doubles champion of Nelson Burton Jr. in the PBA doubles championship.
I don't have a bad partner, do I, Chris?
No, and that'll be one of the events on our 5-event spring tour. So, your partner, strike in the 4th frame, Earl Anthony, and this is the final match. The winner, $13,000, the runner-up, $7,500.
North slope's clear and head wall's clear. I guess it's Miller time. Last one down buys. Right. I can taste that free beer now.
When it's time to relax.
What took you so long?
One beer stands clear, Miller beer, if you got the time. We got the beer.
For a quality-made tool that's priced for home use, get this True Temper dirt shovel for just $5.99 as True Value Hardware Store's Tool Value of the Month. Because it's made by True Temper, you'll be getting a strong, durable tool with a tempered steel blade that stands up to hard use, plus a long ash handle and lightweight design for good balance and leverage. Get the True Temper shovel for just $5.99 while supplies last at True Value Hardware Stores and home centers displaying this banner.
We're back again, the Long Island Open. This is live coverage from the Garden City Bowl. And Gil Sliker, in his 3rd game after 2 victories, is going against Earl Anthony, the tournament leader. Gil shooting in the 4th frame in an even match. He has a strike working. Watch. Oh! 10-pin lead and a 10-pin that got him.
The messenger shot, Gil Sliker. We saw George Pappas win the Firestone in '79 this way. This might get Gil Sliker to the Firestone. Watch the head pin go to the sideboard, come all the way around, knock out the 10. It's a double. He has a 10-pin lead over Earl Anthony through 4 frames. What a great break.
Amazing. So he leaves the 10-pin on the left lane now. 9-pin lead. Gil Sliker, 30 years old, from Washington, New Jersey. Beautiful country.
And does his league bowling at the famous Paramus bowling lanes down there on Route 17, New Jersey, with Roth and some of the other top players. They're very close to home here.
Speaking of areas, Bo, and having gotten the Hall of Fame this week, well, first you do that, and then I want to talk about areas.
The Greater Hartford Open, one of the great tournaments, and naturally the third jewel in the Triple Crown, the Firestone, April 25th.
And then the Spring Tour, look at that, May 23rd. First 2 of the 5 should be fun. A little mixer leaving the 10.
Earl Anthony making the adjustment, moved farther to the right on the lane. That's the adjustment for the left-handers when they're going high. Move to the right. He made an excellent shot, just did not get any break at all. High finishes in 81. He's got 3 first. He could be the first player to win 4. Marshall Holman has 3, also wins this winter.
So is Earl Marks for the spare in the 5th. Bo, areas producing different types of people. We're in Garden City, Long Island, and this was the growing up grounds for such people. Get this: Roone Arledge, Chuck Howard, John Martin, and Doug Wilson. Now, if there are ever 4 that helped me get the Hall of Fame plaque, it's those 4.
Well, it takes 5 to make a bowling team, Chris, and 5 to make a great team. You make a 5th on that team, partner.
Well, we have a great team at ABC, the best. Great. Earl Anthony striking the 6th.
He's never missed the left-hand lane. That's his favorite lane. Just drives all 10 pins neatly into the pit. The ball of Earl Anthony rolling right off behind the 8-pin. Not much deflection. Perfect carry.
Here's Sliker now. Spare working. 6-frame final game. Crystal is getting nervous. Not Gil.
Wow, he threw that shot nice, Chris. Nice and relaxed and methodical right in the pocket. A man who started bowling at the age of 10 has a chance to win his first national title at the age of 30 in a ride to the Firestone 2 weeks from now. But there's 4 big frames left against the man.
Sliker puts the lead now to 19 pins. Watch this reaction.
A big shot. He threw the ball well. He knew it. Gil has not had a pocket tap today. That's one of the breaks on a Pro Bowlers Tour. He's bowled 2.5 games. Every time he's hit the pocket, he's gotten a strike. Earl Anthony just in between. The style of Earl Anthony, a little different than some of the other players. He carries the ball two steps. Short backswing such as Don Carter depends on nice, smooth speed to keep the ball in the pocket. Has not gotten a good break so far in this match.
Okay, Earl Anthony in his 8th appearance on our telecast this year with 3 victories. He's bowled in 12 tournaments this year, missing 2, and you see he's trails by 19, spare in the 7th. Now he'll go to work, 8th frame, left lane.
Chris, you don't have to make excuses for Earl Anthony, but the ball he's using is not the one he used all week. The one he used for the 42 games to take the lead, the finger hole cracked out. Just before we went on air, he had to change balls.
All right, strike now for Earl Anthony. And a reminder that following next on ABC will be Wide World of Sports in its 20th year. Today, Men's World Cup Individual Gymnastics Championships from Toronto, and then World Figure Skating champions from Hartford in special performances, dazzling world and American champions like Elaine Zayak, Scott Hamilton. That's today. Wow, three-bagger, blowing them out of there.
A big frame for Gil Sliker. He can open the door of the Firestone right now. He's solid in the pocket. Excellent shot, 8th frame. He comes up in the 9th, Chris. He holds his own destiny in his hands. If he strikes and spares, strikes in the 9th, spares in the 10th, he is in the Firestone. Earl Anthony cannot catch him.
He left to 7.
Right now he's going at a 2:28 pace. If Earl Anthony strikes out, it will be a 2:30, so the match is not over. Sliker's got one foot in the championship door, but it's not closed yet.
Foundation spare for Gil Sliker, who defeated Webb and Martin to get here. Martin had defeated Lightfoot. This our 14th week. 2 to go. Hartford, Windsor Locks next week, and then the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
Earl Anthony cannot win the match without a strike on this ball. He cannot win without this strike.
So often getting what he needed. A big double.
Right in the pocket, Earl finally conquers the right-hand lane. Look at that determination. Just a precision, perfect shot. Just split the heart. Earl Anthony now trails by 18. He still must have this strike to have any chance of winning the match. Sliker, if he opens, would still be in the 2 teens. Earl Anthony needs this strike to get in the 2 teens. A must strike. Earl. Sliker knows the difference. Apparently Earl broke some more equipment. He is having some troubles today, but Earl needs a strike.
Greatness at the Garden City approaches. Earl Anthony, a replay.
Has never missed the left-hand lane. Now he has forced Gil Sliker to mark with one more strike. Earl Anthony will really put the pressure on Sliker. He can take the lead for the first time in the match with a strike here. Has trailed all the way. Sliker's led all the way. Anthony can take the lead.
And Sliker in the 3 matches up to this moment has never trailed. Watch this reaction.
Earl Anthony lost the ball a little at the bottom of the swing, but that was a big shot. Right now, he needs 8 to make Sliker double.
Well, last week it was down to the last ball, a 1-pin victory, and it's been that way this year in our 20th year in the Professional Bowlers Tour.
Earl needs 9 or a strike to make Sliker double.
Can win, he'll go over the $100,000 mark today. If Sliker can win, it'll be his first title ever nationally. So here we go.
Gil Sliker needs 2 strikes. If he does not strike, he will not go to the Firestone. He will not win this tournament.
Unless, of course, he can win next week. Here it is.
He bowled so well, Chris. He just did not get a break on that, and Earl Anthony wins for the 4th time in Garden City. What a comeback by Earl Anthony. Never missed the left-hand lane. 7 strikes, only 1 on the right-hand lane.
At one time, Earl Anthony trailed by 29 pins, and Susie, this seems to be an extremely important victory in the $100,000 Long Island Open. And with 13,000, Earl has won 104,700 this year. We'll be back.
now. Action. Creation of a new personal sport coupe. Ford EXP. The bringing together of you and a beautiful package of world-class technologies with front-wheel drive, four-wheel independent suspension, a shape that slices the wind, and built with Ford's commitment to quality. Tomorrow is here, the 1982 EXP from the world of Ford.
You don't have to be a genius to change your own oil and filter and save yourself up to $10. Valvoline Motor Oil shows you exactly how quick and easy it is with step-by-step change instructions on the back of Valvoline cans. It's really quite simple. Once you get the hang of it, just see for yourself, then do for yourself. No wonder more and more drivers are changing their own oil and filters and changing to Valvoline. It's a smart way to save up to 10 bananas without a lot of monkeying around. Right, Val?
Better scores.
Fellas, what's in this bag can turn our season around. Watch. The best hook with your ball comes in like so. Not bad. This ball comes into the pocket like this. That's better. Better angle, better carry, higher scores. Why? Because this is the world's only urethane ball, and it's called
The Angle.
Remember, if you want to be a winner, you gotta have an angle.
The Angle, available soon at your pro shop.
China's amazing Li Yuechu brings the crowd to their feet almost every time he performs. See him competing against the world's best in one of the most important gymnastics events. Plus, special performances by dazzling world champions. Celebrate the tradition of excellence. ABC's Wide World of Sports is next.
Earl Anthony, 230. Gil Sliker, 224. Victory number 36. Over $100,000. It's only April.
Oh, yeah, but it's great, Chris. I'll tell you, it meant a lot to me. I led in Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I had a chance to go to the $100,000 mark then, and I just didn't bowl well. And I bowled Mike Durbin, as you know, and he bowled tremendous, and he beat me. I thought it was going to happen again. I carried when I needed to, and it was a thrill. It really was.
Dick Snyder, who is president of the Nassau County Bowling Proprietors, has a check for you, Earl.
Earl, a check in the amount of $13,000 from the Nassau County Bowling Proprietors. Congratulations, your third consecutive win here on the Long Island Open. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
And here's Buddy Russell, proprietor here, popular proprietor, with the trophy.
Congratulations, Earl. Third time, and I always enjoy giving it to you. On behalf of the proprietors, you accept this.
So the woman has the last word. Susie, one reaction, quick.
I knew he was going to do it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Earl Anthony, 36 PBA titles over a game Gil Sliker today. Stay tuned. Next, over most of these ABC stations are ABC's Wide World of Sports. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United. United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. That's what friendly skies are all about.